say they stuffed 3 to 5,000 slaves on the ship or whatever. And my problem with this is, it's crazy to me that we could find pyramids, Viking ships, Egyptian ships, all this shit, but we do not have one fucking slave ship in a museum nowhere.
Well, I mean, think about it. Honestly, think about the fact that they wanted to. What is his name? Lee Edgar, whatever.
I don't want to hear that. If they wanted to, if they wanted to erase this shit from history or whatever, they would destroy the plantations and all that other shit. They got museums with these. I'm out here with these fucking racist bitches. I don't want to hear that shit. They still got at the fucking riverbank. It's still fucking shackles with the pendants and the fucking stones out there. So I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear it.
But like presenting like okay, like preserving like plantations and shit, and preserving like their houses and whatever, like preserving that part of history isn't bad. But like because you can still polish that part up, like like you could still be like, oh yeah, there were like plantations or whatever, but he was such a nice owner, like how they flipped what's his fucking Thomas Jefferson, how they flipped how he had like how he raped one of his slaves and had an illegitimate child, how they flipped it and now they call her his mistress. Like like
Bruh.
you could still
No.
fluff it up and make it look pretty.
No, you can't flip. No, they're not. No, they're not erasing thousands of ships from history. They're not doing it. I'm not listening
yes,
to.
they are. I doubt those ships were even the best.
So why even tell us? So why? All right. My point is, why even tell us about slavery then? Period. Don't tell us nothing about it. If they got that capability, they could have held all the information away from us.
Like, no, but that's like saying they didn't like preserve Columbus 3 ships or some shit. Like,
brave choice.
No one's gonna preserve that for that long. Like,
well, Columbus, first of all,
how many ships do you know of like that be really preserved like that?
Oh God, Shara, yo,
remember, America.
Bruh, I just told you. You said how many ships I know be preserved like that. They got fucking ships from the Egyptians.
From how long ago?
The slavery is only 400 years ago, and the Egyptians and shit is 10,000. So these ships are way older. How they got their ships and Viking ships and fucking Indian? I mean,
when you ever heard of Egyptian ships? Egyptians don't even.
Can you look it up, please? Please look. Can you look it up, please? They been found that in one of the motherfucking pyramids, and they fully assembled the shit. Please look it up. Don't try.
In one of the pyramids.
Don't try to make me feel like no fool.
Oh wait, no. I'm asking you specifics right now. So they found the boat in the pyramid or the ship, whatever.
They found in one of them fucking domes or whatever. They found the fucking the ship, and they fully assembled it. You can see this shit and all that shit. But like I said, they got Viking ships, old as fuck and all this. Just like the two biggest Viking ships they found in a lake. Two of these ships, they said this motherfucking had. It ain't even Viking ships. It's supposed to be Roman ships actually. This motherfucker had a living room in the bitch and all this other shit. It was elaborate, heated floors and all sorts of weird shit. Way back then or whatever. Supposedly.
The Romans, the ancient Romans. That's interesting.
Well, what's interesting, I wouldn't doubt that much, and they the one that made the goddamn how we use the bathroom system and get fresh water. They the ones that invented that, so I don't see how that's really impossible. And they used to have saunas and hot tubs and all that other shit. So, but anyway, how we got those old ass ships and ain't got a ship from 400 years ago? We could find Blackbeard ship and all this other shit.
We're here to help.
Can't find none of them. Anyway, like I was saying, they stuffed 5,000 slaves in the ship with cargo, all the riches and goods from these islands too, along with their motherfucking team. You really want me to believe you had all this shit on a ship that it had to be the size of the Titanic, and y'all ain't had nothing that big then? For 9 months, sailing from here to here with these motherfuckers? I'm not believing that shit.
Like all their goods and stuff with them, and there weren't that many people traveling with them. It was only the people who were in that, like, only what was necessary.
Whatever island they went to, they always came back with goods. Don't fool yourself. They went there for cane. They ain't just go there for the slaves. Every time they went on those trips, they went for cane and all this other shit. So,
yeah, but
what you think? They just had a barrel?
Can I answer that now? I'm saying, I'm sure there were two separate ships. There was probably one ship to, like, you know, to, like, move the slaves from point A to point B. There was a second ship for goods and shit. Because
I don't even care if you do. If you even do tell me that silly shit, you still can't explain to me how you had 5,000 of them. If you see a ship, if you see one of these motherfucking ships, give us a comparison so I can ether this math real quick. They don't want to show us that shit because that shit is not fucking possible. They wouldn't survive. All 3,000 would have been. Y'all got 5,000 people stuffed in this bottom of this shit who can't even fit 5,000, let alone 200.
Yeah, but it's not like they were like their room and shit. Like it's not like they were there like chilling, legs spread, feet on the table or whatever. They had like an inch of space probably.
Man, they ain't have shit. Them shits
stuffed in there.
They didn't have them shits. You believe that if you want. Show me they Titanic then. Oh, matter of fact, show me they Noah's Ark. Cause that's what the fuck they had to have.
So then you're saying slavery didn't happen?
I did not say that. I said it did not happen to the exact way. Maybe we was already here because black people was on every continent already. We was already here and they came over here and just brutally fucking did what they did and enslaved us.
Okay, but you need to understand, like, there's a difference between, like, black and African. Like, black is, like, you know, like, African is a country. Like, you know, Africa's a country. Like, black and white have no real definition. Like,
I know that. And first of all, African American don't have no real definition. If you look it up, there's no such thing. Ain't no African.
There is a such thing as an African American, aka someone who comes from Africa to America.
No, that's just like, an immigrant.
No, the same way, like, you know, like if I were to, like if I were born in Puerto Rico, I'm a Puerto Rican American, like.
So if you was born in Mexico,
you fucking it up right now. So why are the black people that's born in America, they still call them African Americans?
That term as a politically at a politically correct statement is like that. No, that, like, you know, like, that's not right. That's not what I'm saying. You're saying there's no such thing as the African American. There is a such thing as an African American, but that isn't a grab bag term for all black people because not all black people come from Africa. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, what you're saying to me, I understand totally what you're saying, but I'm asking you, regardless of what you're saying, this is how we're defined here in America. Period. On all applications and all of it.
Like, you know, just because that's the way things
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it do, but what I'm trying to tell you, the truth behind it, it go to maritime law and all this other shit. This is a crazy.
Trying to say shit right now because I'm not even disagreeing with you or anything. All I'm doing is trying to clarify what you're trying to say.
She on your side right now too.
Bro, I ain't say. Never mind.
My boy preaching and preach. Go ahead, too. Preach on, preacher.
Hey, go ahead, preach.
I'm good.
I was enjoying your preaching.
I just want to know how they brought all these motherfuckers here.
We're finished talking that shit, but we live on YouTube.
I want to know why they don't talk about the pyramids in America and shit.
You know, if you go to YouTube right now under my shit, you can hear yourself talking and shit.
Cause we been here, bruh. We was the Indians. We the Americans. Sure, they was over there enslaving the black. You know what I think they did with the African ones? They the ones. You're right. They the ones that they took them to Brazil and shit. Shit closer. They ain't bring.
Okay, wait, but
they ain't
now
bring
I
them
have a question. This is what I want to know. then, this is my question to you. You know the ancestry DNA shit?
Yeah.
So, like...
Do you know the controversy on that?
Okay, what I'm saying is, if you were to go and get your genetics tested in a real science lab and go through all that and pay all that extra money, because that is a thing that you can do if you were rich, that's why Ancestry DNA became popular, because they brought it to the everyday man. Maybe their science isn't perfect, but whatever, it's accessible. But you can do that for extra pricing. Like, I'm talking about, like, okay, like, you know, like, there are a bunch of, like, celebrities that did it, like, you know, like, black people that did it, like, you know, like, that, like, you know, all their generations that they know of, like, you know, they've always been in America their whole life. So how you explain when they have, like, Zimbabwean DNA?
I don't know what to do.
Well, I got two ways to explain it, but you once again it's like you asking me something more or less that you believe in. I don't believe in that shit, the accuracy of that or whatever. So I can't, but I'm gonna give you an answer to just still be in a conversation with you. You know, that can be from the first migration, like you say. But we still been here before they got here. We were settled here, building our shit, civilization. We run the world, yeah. And then they came over and bogarted. Everything tell you Africa's the root, yeah. I ain't say we was all fucking born different places, like we had 3 different. I don't believe in that Adam and Eve shit either, because if that's the case, we all fucking related, and that's bugged out to me.
Everyone is related if you go back far enough. Like that's the truth though. That's how you populate. Like that's how the earth is populated.
No, that's what they tell us. I can't believe that shit, because if that's the case, I don't think. Listen, I'm just saying, if that was the case, you should be able to fuck your brother now and have a baby and he won't come out. But that's not the case.
That just means
you can't have huh?
Go.
You can't have intercourse with your direct bloodline and everything be okay, and y'all reproduce and all that. I don't like, that's just like nigga trying to say he was born gay. Nigga, your gene ain't no fucking gay gene, nigga. You just want to be a Quero. You can't do that shit. That's why down here, they, like, this is crazy to me. They got the most disabled people I've seen working and shit. And I blame that on all the incest and shit. You know, Virginia, the first state with fucking slavery and shit. All that retarded shit, the word motherfucker, when they was throwing that sack on our heads, making us fuck our moms and shit, or our sister. They was doing that shit. But no.
I'm not chilling nobody around. Maybe I should park my car inside. I don't live in this neighborhood. I live in a nice neighborhood, but I don't live in this neighborhood. I'm about to go to clean the car.
And no, I don't believe this motherfucker is round or spherical. I just believe we're on a level plane with mountains and shit. Now, if you're a round earther, you're gonna explain to me how this motherfucker's round?
I'm not gonna explain anything to you. I don't understand. Like, I don't know the real, like, I don't really understand the arguments behind a flat earth. And I'm still trying to understand.
Well, the arguments is this. For us to be a dome, every mile by their exact measurements of the earth, every mile you should have 8 inches of curvature. Every mile. Therefore, I should not be able to stand on a ledge anywhere in my city. Fuck a ledge. I shouldn't be able to stand on a beach, and as they say, you see the ship disappear because it's going over the curvature. I should not be able to pull out a telescope or a high-powered lens, whatever, that's as long as it's stronger than my vision, and still see this ship when it's, let's say, 40 miles out, 100 miles out. I should not be able to see this shit anymore because it disappeared over the horizon, as they say. And due to curvature, every 8 inches every mile, that bitch should be, basically, you should, if you see anything, you should see the tip of the motherfucker. You should not see the ship. You got people in Michigan looking at Chicago, see the whole skyline, just like you stand in Staten Island and catch New York. It look just like that, taking full pictures.
Oh, I want to
you got
standing in Staten Island and catching New York.
Word, I don't know what that means.
I apologize, because Staten Island is New York.
You said Staten Island,
no.
You can see the skyline of the city. I know what you meant.
I mean, I stand in Staten.
You like the skyline.
Oh, I don't know.
You see how you see
Staten Island.
Well, when you stay in Staten Island and you look across the water, you see the whole New York skyline. You see the whole Manhattan or whatever. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it over there too. That's an example too. Yeah, but you can do that from Michigan and see Chicago.
You can do that from Connecticut too.
You know, that would be really interesting if I knew geography.
You know, you can stay in a mountain in Connecticut. If you get to the top, you can see New York.
Exactly. And upstate New York, not even upstate New York, I apologize. In Canada, you can see Russia.
No way, I'm not buying that.
I can see Russia from my house.
Okay. At the end of the day, how y'all all been on rides, y'all been in tall buildings. I don't know, y'all probably been on a plane now. I have never been on a plane, but I've seen video footage of. I was thinking about taking the plane. I was thinking about taking the plane to New York.
Oh, it is worth it. You know what? It's so worth it.
But if you had a window seat, let me explain the horizon anyway though. That's like, a human being only can see 3 miles. So wherever we looking out, whatever level we at, we always gonna have a horizon of 3 miles. It's gonna seem like an edge of something to us. And when you on a plane and you looking out the window, regardless of how far you looking or whatever, this shit just you see flat fucking land. Even the clouds look level. Like we going through levels of clouds. Evenly, straight out. Where's the curvature?
Now, I'm a counter to the annoyance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you know how we can't feel like the Earth's rotation?
No, that's what they tell you, but go ahead.
Oh, okay, so there's no rotation either?
Oh, no, hell no. You want me to go there already? I was gonna come after you was gonna go, but since I'm gonna go there already.
Oh, that was one of your points too?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Then go ahead. Do it how you were gonna do it. Next point.
Now, they tell us we rotating 1,000 miles an hour. 68,000 miles an hour we're traveling through space. In order, I'm gonna give you multiple reasons. They say we so big, we don't feel a shit. Or whatever. A nice one, motherfuckers. Okay. Explain this. In order, and this is physics right here, period, common physics. In order for them to leave this motherfucker, they would have to exceed the speed they do of 1,000 miles an hour, right? But to keep up with the motherfucker, they would have to exceed the speeds of 68,000 or be as equal with it. And we have no fucking machinery, no vehicle moving 68,000 miles an hour. Period. So you telling me once y'all get out Earth or whatever and manage to catch this moving moon that's moving with us the same speed, but y'all don't have a vehicle that moves that fast. And in space is a vacuum, as they say. It has no air, no oxygen, it's unlimited strength vacuum or whatever. You cannot have propulsion where there's no oxygen. You cannot spark a flame. How are these rockets moving where there's no oxygen, let alone in a vacuum that's constantly sucking away any attempt of doing it? And this vacuum is unmeasured. They don't even know the strength of it. It's massive, supposedly. So you telling me, we all seen vacuum experiments and shit. When shit get in a vacuum, what happens? Like water, for instance. When you put water in a vacuum, it broils and then freezes. We like 70-something, 80% water or some shit. And you telling me this thin suit is protecting me from the power of space, the vacuum of space? And it's protecting me from the sun that's shooting out trillions of rays of radiation and all this other shit. You know, metals melt. The metals that they use to build the ships melt at 2600 Celsius and shit. Gold, titanium, all this other shit. The average temperature at the Orion belt is 3600. And you trying to tell me we got fucking satellites sitting up there in that heat? It don't make no sense when this metal melt at a temperature 1,000 degrees less than the average temperature out there. Every space shuttle launch we see, they show us, yay, it's going on. And there we have it, people, Apollo 11, leaving. And that motherfucker start going up, and then that motherfucker arch. And then after a while, it sort of starts flying like a plane. And then the video feed cuts after it leaves our eyesight. Next thing we know, they in space. 400 years ago, we knew for a fact this bitch was flat. See, this has a lot to do with the theory of God and all that other shit. Why they doing this dumb shit? Because they basically doing the opposite of everything that God did. If you believe in the Big Bang, you can't believe in God. Why? Because you trying to tell me. I said you can't believe in God if you believe in a Big Bang, because God told you how he created the earth. So they say.
But you're sitting here talking about you don't believe in Adam and Eve, so you contradicting yourself now.
I don't believe in Adam and Eve. I'm giving you an example of what. If this is a country ran off religion and fuck the country, the world. I'm just telling you shit, like, does all this make sense? I don't have to believe in Adam and Eve to believe in a higher power.
That's what I'm saying. You could still believe in the Big Bang and believe that there was there was still a higher being, and like, you know, like. No, because
when the way the Big Bang go, there was no higher being. It was just miraculous shit. Just
exactly,
the shit.
Miraculous.
No. Fucking rocks smashed together, and then as these rocks collected more.
Have you ever heard of an agnostic?
Bruh, I'm not listening to that. You know what? You would work perfect with them right now.
Why?
Because what you're saying right now, it ain't no creating nothing. That goes into all they theories and shit, the Darwin and all that other shit by this Big Bang.
Okay, but still, like, Darwin's theories still would go hand in hand with the Bible.
No, Darwin's theories do not go hand in hand with no Darwin's theory don't go hand in hand with no Bible when he tell you coming from a goddamn monkey, and we still got monkeys.
No,
that don't
I'm
make
saying,
no damn
like,
sense.
The theory of evolution. Evolution goes.
No, it
does because
oh.
Okay, because if we came from two people, how the hell we came, like, we ended up all looking like different people, all doing different things and all that kind of stuff. Like, like there's still biology.
We didn't come from two people, that's why. When God created the world, he created multiple people and placed them multiple places. That's my theory.
So then you okay. But, like, that's what I'm saying, like, how, that just doesn't make sense then. How can you say that someone can't believe in a higher being and believe in, like, the Big Bang Theory and still, like, disagree with the Bible, yet say you agree with God? Like, you say you believe in God.
Because once you believe in the Big Bang Theory, you fucking your own mind up because there is no space. Let me tell you, alright, Shari, you ever seen, you seen videos of, stuff in space, and you've seen, solar flares and all this other shit. Yeah, we all seen that, but why the fuck is it 98% CGI? Why they don't never show us no live footage of it? And you know what's crazy? These so-called planets and shit, the images that they show us, just like our own Earth, from 1975 to now, Earth is crazy how it looks so different, how the continents got bigger and then smaller. That's nuts. But Mars and so they show us Mars, this shit got a face on it and all this other shit. You get your own goddamn telescope or somebody that's not working for the government to show you what this shit really look like. Live footage through they shit, or multiple people. And this shit is an orb of light. It ain't no solid. None of these motherfuckers. That's what you need to look into too. You need to look into actual footage of space and what's really what they call space. Cause you ever notice in any video NASA, even with the astronauts in space or whatever, why don't you ever see any of these planets or stars? It's complete black darkness. Even when they was on the moon. And they came with some stupid explanation. The sun's so bright, it blocked out everything. Shut the fuck up. Then they telling us we can't get a picture of the Earth because it's too big. But y'all got a picture when y'all was on the moon. And who the fuck was there to take a picture of the lunar landing? Because they got a picture of the shit landing. Not from the shit, but from the moon.
Okay, wait, but I have a question now. So how do you explain day and night? How do you explain,
the sun and the moon.
Sunset?
The sun and the moon is in historical, in biblical records. So that's very easy to explain.
No, I'm talking about
now,
flat Earth-wise.
I gotta show you a mathematician or Ed Dubai, because if I tried to show you, I'll look a little stupid and you could counter me. And I can't show you, I can't show you with my words. That you have to see for yourself, because I was floundered on that too. Like, okay, the way they explain it to us, it works like this, and you know, they fixed it so it makes sense. But when I seen this shit, that makes a lot more sense.